Hi team, welcome back to Toyology TV. Remember, if you want to stay up to date with all the latest toy news, reviews and unboxings, why not hit that cheeky subscribe button down there and think about tickling that cheeky little like thumbs up. Does for me? This week we're doing something a little bit different. Instead of a review or an unboxing, we're doing a how to play today. It's all about how to play Lightseekers the Card Game. Okay, welcome to the games arena. Here are my hands. When you're setting up your Lightseekers deck, of course, you've got to start with your hero. So, some examples of heroes are right here. Now, these are all part of the tech deck. So you can see we've got Zilla, we've got Jax, we've got Olax, and we've got Maxil, all of which are from the tech decks, but you can see they're slightly different. So Maxil, for example, can you see that there? Yes. He's got a gold circle around the tech area. That means that he can use actually 2 tech cards per round, whereas someone like Jax has got the gold circle around the explosives one, which means he can use 2 explosive cards per round. We'll get onto that later. But these are the heroes. So figure out your hero. Then, once you've got your hero sorted out, you need to make a deck that has 5 combo cards, all of which have to be different, and 30 action cards. Now, action cards have various different types. There's in fact 4 different types of action cards. The first one is defending type cards. These here, and as you'd imagine, they are defense cards. So you see, some of them are of the same type as your hero, whereas some of them are not. These are ones that can be used by any hero. Cool, so that's your defense cards. Another type of action card, as you'd imagine, if you've got defense, is attack cards. And again, these are for attacking, for defeating your opponents. Again, some are not typed, like these here, whereas these are. And again, at the bottom they tell you exactly what they do, and at the top they tell you what type they are. We've also got buff cards. Now these are really cool, so these are what will change your state of play, and these work differently to attack and defense. We'll get to it, don't worry. So again, it can only have 3 of each of these, and they tell you exactly what they do. They've got their typing there, and you'll see in the corners, the buffs actually have numbers and arrows, because these buff cards rotate every round. We will get to that, don't worry. And the last type of action card are the items, these here. For example, we're using a tech deck, so we can already use time abilities, but right here, I've got a dread weapon, the Leeching Scimitar, which means we can actually use dread cards with this deck as well if we wanted to. So, finally, not action cards, but these are the buffs, the combos even. So your combo cards, they've got to all be different, and these are the ones that deal devastating attack or do incredibly good healing. You can have 5 of these cards, and again, they've got their typings here. We'll cover them in a minute. So, let's move on. So, this is your board. This is your play area where you'll be putting your buffs and playing your cards. Here is your health indicator. Here's where you put your items. Your hero sits right here, your deck and your discard pile. So let's get going. So our board is all set up. We've got our hero card in the correct slot. We've got our health piece in the correct area, and we're ready to go. Our deck is shuffled, and we've decided that we are player 1, because there's only 1 player so far. But again, you can have so many players, and the way we deal about is this. Player 1 gets 4 cards in their hand. Next player gets 5, the next player gets 6, and from then on they get 7. The reason being you have such an advantage if you are player 1. Let's see what we've got. We've got defense, we've got combo attacks, buffs and attacks. It's almost as if I dealt these cards for this very occasion. So, round 1. Each round you get 2 action points. Now that can be either playing one of your cards, it can be drawing a card, or it can be using a hero's ability. You always draw cards at the very end as well, remember guys. So let's see, we've got 2, so let's throw a buff down, shall we? This one reduces our damage received by 2 this round, and it deals 1 damage back at the attacker. Remember, you get attacked from the right and you attack to the left. So we've laid a card, and let's see, let's do a bit of attacking ourselves. We're doing 3 damage and we're drawing 1 card thanks to the Chronomoth. So discard that, draw a card. Aha, we've got an item card, we can use that on the next round. So let's say a round's happened, let's say we took some damage, but of course our buff helped and it dealt some damage to our attacker. So the start of round number 2, we rotate our buffs. Every round starts with the buffs rotating, and that number now in the top left hand corner dictates what this buff does. Remember, once we rotate around and have no more numbers, the buff is done, but we've got plenty of time left on that one. We can then play our item card, and remember, one of our action points can be used to utilizing our item ability or our hero ability. And we've still got all of these. My word, what can we use? Let's use some defending as well. That means that this round, we've got some serious defense from both the buff and the defender. With the combo cards, I can't use this unless I've got what the card asks for in the top line there. So this one needs 2 explosives and a time, either from 3 different cards or a combination of both. And if you play a combo, you then draw a card. Remember, drawing of cards only happens at the very end of your turn per round. And that, guys, is it. Thanks so much for watching this week's video. I hope it's been informative, and now you are a Lightseekers master, like yours truly. Maybe. Anyway, in the comment section down below, tell us what's your favourite type of Lightseeker deck to rock with, and who is your favourite card, or what is your favourite card? We look forward to hearing all about your Lightseeker preferences, and we'll see you next week.